so I got these, the Kiwi Ears KE4. Some people have described this as the best tuned Kiwi Ears IEM. Really? I know this brand makes some really good IEMs, this is actually my first one, and it's pretty expensive. It's actually the most expensive one I have ever held in my hands. Can this replace the SimGoat SuperMix 4 as my go-to choice? Let's see. I love it when the package just gently slides down like this. You don't have to fish it out, It's a subtle thing, but it's usually a mark of a well-designed package. Okay, pretty interesting off-axis representation there. And oh boy, these are some chunky monkeys. Look at that. I think this is the thickest body IEM I've ever seen, and I'm not fat shaming. I hope it fits in my ear, but let's see. They also provide a carrying case, which, it feels pretty mediocre for the price. Inside that carrying case, you get the cable. That's pretty good. I'm glad they didn't put this in a cheap plastic bag or something. It's a good quality stock cable. It feels pretty heavy. Oh, we have some extra mesh as well. They seem similar, so I don't think they changed the sound as such. They are probably just replacements. The ear tips seem interesting, but material-wise, they're okay, nothing special. At least for me, who has been using latex ear tips, which are better than all of these. As usual, I'm gonna install one of them on these IEMs. There we go, much better. And I'm kind of bummed out about this case, it feels pretty unremarkable for the price. Even budget-friendly brands like EPZ make nicer carrying cases than this. And on the same range, SimGoat makes even nicer cases. And since I mentioned EPZ, you know what, I'll give away that EPZ Q5 Pro to you. It's an excellent IEM, but I have other choices, so I haven't been using it that much, so I'll give it to one of you. We'll talk more at the end. But let's first listen to this KE4 and see how it stacks up. And a reminder, I'll be basing my experiences off of what I've heard from the SuperMix 4. I really like that IEM. Let's see if our new chunky boy can beat it. When I wore it, I was surprised how comfortable it is despite being so thick. Like, I thought it wouldn't fit in my ears well, but it did. I suppose those latex ear tips helped out as well, but yeah, it wasn't uncomfortable as I thought. When I started listening, the first thing I noticed was the enhanced mid-bass. It's a bit stronger than I'm used to. It's fine, but I don't prefer it that much. But it's implemented pretty well, like that mid-bass carries on to the lower mids as well and then rolls off. But it doesn't bleed into the mid frequencies, so that's good. But I was kind of let down with the upper mid-range performance, particularly the vocals. They are not as present as I'm used to. They're a little bit laid back, if you know what I mean. If you're someone who enjoys a lot of vocals, then you might be a bit disappointed at first because they are not as pronounced. It's just about adjusting your expectations. As I said, I'm coming from the bright and sparkly SuperMix 4, so that's why there was a difference in my perception. But I am impressed by the excellent treble on the KE4. There's plenty of details here. It doesn't sound thin like the SuperMix 4 sometimes does. And I really tried to push it to its limits. I threw absolute acoustic madness to it. Lots of rock or heavy metal chaotic tracks, and it handled them perfectly. Again, the bass was stronger than I liked, but the treble was awesome throughout. If it were up to me, I would bring up the presence region a bit in the upper mids and then lower the mid bass just a bit, both of which I can easily do with an equalizer. Even without it, this thing is pretty great. Like, I tried to listen as stock as I can without having any enhancements. And yes, after a while I did get used to these and enjoyed them a lot more. So will these replace my SuperMix 4? Yeah, these will be my new go-to IEMs. I guess the claims were true. These are really well tuned. I don't know about being the best tuned ever among Kiwi ears, but they are really good. I used them with the stock cable as well as a 4.4mm balanced cable. I noticed that the balanced one definitely improves the instrument separation a bit. So if you're getting this, might as well get a 4.4mm upgrade cable as well. I'll link the one I'm using in the description in case you're wondering. But yeah, that was the Kiwi Ears KE4. The driver implementation is a little confusing to me, like on their website I didn't understand. The driver details mentions 4, so I assumed it's 4 on each side, but then the actual driver listing mentions 6. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but hey, whatever they have done, it's working and I like it. Now coming to the giveaway, it's the same as usual. Just leave a comment, tell me how you would use these, what kind of benefits will they give you to your life, and I'll pick a winner. And of course, include your email in your profile so I can contact you. So many people missed out in all the previous ones because they didn't have the email. It's such a simple step, don't forget that, you're missing out. The winning comment will be picked and pinned under this video in a week, so you can check it then.